Hello, how are you doing? Welcome to Hollywoodland22. How you doing? Hi. Guys still hanging out? Yeah. I think I'll hang out for a little while. So what do we have here? Wow. Hi, everyone. Welcome to Hollywoodland22. I'll be back. Hi. People ask, live streamers always ask, so what are you doing tonight? You're watching me. You're watching Randy. Do whatever Randy does. Walking in the hallway, looking at the carpet. You like my carpet? How about my wall? How about my popcorn ceiling? You like that? How do you like the floor? Ooh, must have allergies today. You know what time it is? My goodness. Major fucking allergies. We're having temperature swings here. In the Raleigh-Durham Chapel Hill area in North Carolina, we are on the eastern side of Appalachia. We're in an area called the Piedmont. It's kind of like in between the coastal plain and the foothills of Appalachia. And we get less rain on this side of the Appalachian Mountains than on the other side in Kentucky and Tennessee and Ohio. They get more rain. We do. You know what it's time for? It's time. It's time to make something in the microwave. Would you like to join me? We're going to make something in the microwave. Guess what? That is a cup of hot water. You don't believe me? See? There's water in there. I'm going to put that right in there. Close it. Press the stop button. Time cook. 1, 2, 9. Start. We're going to dispose of the trash. Well, what do we got here? Yeah, my tripod broke, so I'm using my Maglite flashlight. You know, that's a legal defense weapon also. Okay. Set that up there. I'm gonna have to get something to prop that up. My goodness. I'm gonna use this. I'm gonna try. Sure. Let's see if this is better. Yeah, it is. On the box. Yeah, I broke my tripod. Yeah, I would recommend not buying a tripod at that retail store called Five Below. It sucks. Donkey rod. What's going on around here? I've had just about enough out of you two. I'm calling the authorities. Well, it looks like it's time to take that hot water out. I wonder what we're going to do next. Hey kids, check it out. Fake sugar. A tea bag. Or two. Okay. Woo. Okay. Here. Now, what I'm going to do. So you saw the water, right? But never guess what's next. Let's see who's here. Yeah, my hair's growing back, isn't it? Yes, this is my real hair. It's not a wig, like some people said the other day. You know, if these had come out when I was younger, I probably would have gotten all angry at people that troll me. If these had come out when I was like maybe 25 or something like that, I'll be jumping all over you or anything like that. But, you know, I don't care. When trolls come on, I just get rid of them. It's like, bye. Fool. Get more clever than that. What, you think I don't troll? I may or may not have trolled. What do you think? Do you folks think I've ever trolled on any platform? We got a real life troll. You see him all the time on your television set. You know who I'm talking about. He is kind of funny sometimes. Can you say hi, Nora? Hi, Nora. Nora Bailey. How are you doing? Real Lucadon 77. Jebediah Kande 2143. Can my cousin get a shout out? His name is no. At CJ548, number one best troll. Yes. 2. CJ548. Cool. Feta Perez, 7267. You are Mexican? You live in Mexico? Or do you live in Van Nuys? Cheeto, the underscore gecko. Fat Perez, 7267. Do you live in Van Nuys, California, or do you live in Mexico? I used to live in Van Nuys, California. Asian Blocks, 192. Hello. Oh, here we go. I am American. I'm Philadelphian. Although I was just talking to my lady friend the other day of 17 years. I lived in the city of Los Angeles, California, much longer than, 10 years longer than I lived in the Delaware Valley in Philadelphia, South Jersey area. Wow, I lived out there a long time. I lived in Washington State for 3 years. I lived in Bellevue, Washington. You might have heard of Bellevue, Washington. Or Kirkland, Washington, or Redmond, where Microsoft is. It's a suburb in King County, Washington, near Seattle. Lived there for, I think, 3.5 years in the late 90s, mid to late 90s. That was fun. People are really nice out there. Well, they were when I was there. Who electrocuted the beaver on your head? Asking for a bald friend. I don't know. Shout out to my friend Hugh Jennis.
Getting over someone that you saw forever with, now that is a breakup day.
Who?
There was a time when I was stuck in this.
Hugh, Jen, us. And it's, you know, the planet is called Uranus. That's how you pronounce it. Just to let you know. Where am I from? I'm from I grew up in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. Left when I was 21. Lived in Los Angeles for 6 months, San Diego for about almost a year, and then I came back for a while, and then I left again, and I went out to Washington State. No, I'm wrong. I went back out to Los Angeles from 93 to 94 for a couple of years, and then I came back to the Philadelphia area. And then I went out to Bellevue, Washington for 3.5 years, and then I came back to Philadelphia again for a very short time, and then I split. And I went back to Southern California. I don't know. I mean, when you at the time I had family in the area. My family's since moved to Florida area, North Carolina, Florida, different places. But I remember Philadelphia and Newcastle, Delaware, and Cherry Hill, New Jersey, and stuff. I remember those places back in the 1970s, all through the 1970s and the 80s and the early 90s. Kept going back and forth. But I kept leaving to the West Coast. And, you know, eventually, the third time I went back to California, I stayed. I stayed from 2000 and from 1999 all the way up until, let's see, 2 years and 5 months ago. I've just come back east, but I did not go to the Northeast because my family moved out of the area. I mean, I got a few family members that live around Philly, but a lot of them passed away or they moved to North Carolina and they moved to Florida. Where else did my family move to? They left the Philadelphia area and they went to upstate New York. They live in Ithaca, or they live in Massachusetts or Rhode Island, or where else did they go to? They went to Colorado. Man, my father's family went all over the place. My mother's family did too. My mother's family is really from the Washington D.C. area. They split that. They're all down different parts of Florida. A lot of people moved, like, and I'm 59 years old. A lot of people moved, like, in between the time I was, like, probably in the last 20 years. A lot of the older people in my family and younger people too. It's starting to be. I don't know why everybody's moving all over the place. It's not just my family. It's everywhere. I know. People are moving like. Not me, dude. Not me, Jacob Williams. 34, 56. Pretty gross. I don't know. You're in Japan. A lot of Japanese people, they live in Japan. They stay in Japan. They don't like travel all over the world. Americans, they go to Bangkok, Thailand. They go to the Philippines. They go to Mexico. They go to all these different places. They're always traveling around. There are some people that have financial means and never got married, so all their money they keep to themselves. They're not married. They don't have kids. They have extra money to spend. They go to Thailand. I'm not going to Thailand. I don't want to have to get a malaria shot and all that. I look like a mind goblin, really. Ever told you look like Samuel Jackson? No, not really. Stephen King? No. Did you do a lot of coke back in the day? Take a wild guess. I lived in San Diego too, in Chula Vista. I remember when Chula Vista used to be like just Chula Vista. They used to have like Imperial Valley, right? And then they had Palm City. And then they had like Chula Vista, right? And then they built all that other stuff, like the new part of Chula Vista. I'm so old, I remember before the new part of Chula Vista was built. That used to be nothing out there, but they built all the new Chula Vista. That's kind of a rich, it's not rich, but it's kind of like a middle income area. It's nice. It's nice. I think it's nicer than National City, but I like Bonita. Kenji Harima. Yeah, I remember San Diego from back in 1988. A planet, a ship, home where we're just here. Dude, tube 9900. A mind goblin. That's so funny. Take a wild guess. I love this guy. Hello, sir. You can call me Randy. It's okay. Dogmations. SRT Bandit -Y3V. DudeTube, $48. Not only traveling, they need some oil for cooking. Says at Abataman 1572. You look like the California governor's brother. Yeah, his older brother. That's right. I'm older than Gavin Newsom. Is it really all Gavin Newsom's fault? Gavin Newsom could end up being our next president. Believe it or not, with the condition that California is in right now, which is not too good, people will still vote for him. I wouldn't if he ran for president. I don't know who I would vote for. Kind of like Marco Rubio. He seems like he's the guy that kept his head on straight while our current president was debating against him back in 2000, what was that, 2015 or 16? And Rubio just kind of laughed it off when he was calling him. When he was joking on him. Marco Rubio just kind of laughed about it. He didn't let it affect him that much. He'd probably make a good president. But who knows? Maybe somebody's going to come out of nowhere that we've never heard of before. You never know. What's my favorite gas station? I like Amoco, but they don't have it around here. It's had that high octane gas. I like it. DuTube 9900. Travel is the language of misconception. Thought is more real when with one. I believe that. Axel Hoffman's 68. He's not my fit. I've never met him, but so I can't say if I like him or not, but I don't think he's a strong governor. And Jesus loves you too, James. Thank you. He's not a dummy. He's just, I disagree with a lot of Gavin Newsom's policies. I disagree with a lot of things that have happened. You know what I really disagree with is, what's that guy's last name? Is his name Scott Wiener? Is he a state legislator in California from San Francisco? A lot of the stuff that he has come up with in his head that they've either changed into laws or policies in California, I really disagree with. I am definitely not a Scott Wiener fan. Just to let you guys know right off the bat. No, it's not a wig. This is like Buc-ee's gas station. Wally John 2025. I've seen Buc-ee's coming through Texas. I've never seen the really big one, though. There's a really big one somewhere in Texas. I don't know how to deal with neighbors like that. I did have some neighbors in a complex I lived in that had untreated mental illness. I had two neighbors, a boyfriend-girlfriend team. They in Van Nuys, California, a while back in an apartment complex, and they had substance abuse issues, and they were both had some mental health issues, and they were like kicking the wall and everything and for some reason, no matter how many times we talked to the manager, they never got evicted. The manager was acting weird too. If you ever move to California, make sure that you check that manager out of the apartment complex. They could be not cool. It's hit or miss when you move to an apartment complex. Well, anywhere, but especially in Los Angeles. Be careful. I don't know who that is. Sometime. For that addicted neighbor, you got to get a chainsaw and run it, Joe Balls -R9Y said, for that addicted neighbor, you got to get a chainsaw and run it on full throttle and tell them how damn good lemon meringue pie is early in the morning. You know what? We did start talking about juggling mini chainsaws and stuff. And I would put the speaker right next to their wall and I would play Battery and Master of Puppets from Metallica, like old Metallica, like speed metal, as loud as I could. I used to play like all kinds of Public Enemy stuff with like Flavor Flav rapping and stuff and screaming. I would put it, right up against the wall because the guy next door, his name was Buster Brown. That was his name on the internet. He called himself Buster Brown. He was like around my age. This guy is like only like 1 year younger than me. This guy's like 58 years old acting like this. He acts like he was acting like he was a teenager or something, like a kid. I was like, what do you, dude? I'm like, dude, you're over 50 years old. You're acting like you're in middle school. And he was like kicking the ball and he's saying, nobody better mess around with my girlfriend at all. Beat their ass and blah, 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 talking all kinds of shit like that. I was like, dude, nobody wants your girlfriend. I was like, dude, nobody wants your girlfriend. Buster Brown. And then he was walking on top of the apartment complex roof on the third story. Okay, it's a mission style with a swimming pool in the middle, like they have in Texas and Arizona and California. You go in the front gate. The doors all face inside, like a Spanish mission style. So it's the first floor, second floor, and in the back, they built it 3 stories tall. They built an extra story up there. And he was somehow he figured out how to get onto the third story, and he's walking around up there. And just thinking about it, like, it made me go like this. I was like, oh my God, this guy was like up on the third floor. Like, what is he doing? Like, why would anybody walk on top of the building with no guardrails or anything? That's crazy. That's really messed up, isn't it? And so was he. I know Koreatown. I've never had a chance to live there. I almost moved to Koreatown when those rents got really high, and when the rent started getting really high, like 2015, 16, remember, before they started going down, like in 2021, they started going down all of a sudden to like pre-2015 prices. But when the rent started getting real high, I was thinking about moving to Koreatown. I was going to move to like East Hollywood because I used to live around there a long time ago. I used to live around Santa Monica and Western and Melrose Hill, if you know where that is. In the 80s and the 90s. Yeah. Oh yeah, man. I'll get rid of that. Want to watch me get rid of it? Dean.Prince. Do you want to watch that? You know what? You can go and take care of yours also. Why don't you go shave your ass while I get rid of my nose hairs, okay? 9 planets all have different hours, right? Not 24. So felonies are energy sources, and science went mad and fought plants. Okay, it's possible. I have to be at work by 5, and I'm just getting home now, and I need you and the girls for me. So I'm just getting back from work. So I'm just waiting on. All right. Weird. I don't know what that means. Get a tractor and drive it around the apartment complex, rolling call. Yeah, that's a good idea. I had to get out of that apartment complex. That was in Van Nuys, California. Do you want to know where it was? What road it was on? You want to know? Take a guess. You're damn right it was on Satakoy. Yeah. Am I from the 80s? No, I'm from 1966. If that's where I began. Do you know who Elvis Presley is? Yes. Know who he was? Yes, pluck those nose hair. Then you could be a rooftop Korean. Not me, but that dude was walking on a top of a roof and a 3-story, had like a bunch of stairs went up to the 3rd story. It was a 2-story complex. It was built like in the late 50s, but evidently they decided to build an extra. I wouldn't live up there. I'm not going to live up there. You know, the railing could be broken or something. But he's like running around and he carried a guitar with him everywhere. And he tried to act like he could play guitar. And you know what the funny thing is? His girlfriend, I didn't know what her name was. Well, when she first moved into the complex, I helped them get the refrigerator up in their apartment. Dude, they were totally messed up. And she was a little bit younger. I think 58. It's been a few years. She's probably about 54 now, something around there. Maybe 55. I doubt it. I recognize her from Hollywood Boulevard when she was all into goth and everything, like back in like the early 90s. I recognized her. She had dyed her hair a different color because it used to be jet black. And I looked at her again, I said, oh yeah, I know that. And you can always tell by the eyes somebody, you know what I'm saying? You can always tell by the eyes who somebody really is, right? I know what her name is. I know what she says her name is. But I remember her as one of those goth people. Kimmy Secret. Kimmy Secret Clippers. I used to be in sales. No, I think you need to shave your own ass. How do you breathe through your nose with it? Oh, God. Yes, it was very methed up. My neighbors were very methed up. They were starting to make everybody angry in the complex. I mean, there's like old ladies and children there. It's like, come on, dude, stop acting like a jerk. I think that guy was like spun ever since he was like a young guy. I think he had a mental illness too. What was my biggest film, my dude? I've never been in a film. Broken Ledge, Broke Off. No, tools, clothing. I've worked in restaurants, bartending, waiting, cooking, things like that. You think it's funny? You think it's funny? I don't think it's funny. You can think it's funny, okay. Broke off. 2641. I know you were that big star in the 80s. Can't remember your name. Big time actor you were. People say I look like Kurt Russell from the 80s. I don't see Kurt Russell. He's a good actor. I don't think I look like him. I don't think I look like anybody but Randy. And I will be back in just a second. See, it's been 1 second. I'm already back. I'll be back in about 2 minutes. And it is way too hot in here. It's way too hot. I'm going to turn down the heat. Yes, I am.
she say everything to get out situation?
Yeah. Have you heard about it? The storm is over. Which means I can get this generator and the storm and the wood out of the way and we can start back up this exterior remodel. What year is such a today's sharp day? So let's go over.
I lived as cheap as possible. I lived as cheap as possible this year as someone extremely frugal. So let's see how much it cost me to live in 2025 and how much money I was able to save. Okay, starting with my lowest expense for the year, it was the gym. It cost me $120 for the whole year because I only paid $10 a month and refused to pay more. Texas haircuts, I got 6 throughout the year, and the total for that came to $130. Car stuff like an oil change, taxes, I had a fixed tail light, total came in $264. Luckily, I have a very reliable car. Miscellaneous category, which is random stuff like going to the dentist, I had to ship something. Yes, maybe I had some copies this year, don't you dare tell me it's because of the toothbrush. The insurance for the year was $552, which is $46 a month. Right, fun and games category for the year came to $567, but my motto is you can still have fun and enjoy life on a budget. The entire year is $586. I think that's amazing. Basically, live in the dark. I keep everything on paper. I'm not using it. Feel your credit.
Yeah, that's fine. He's still on the right.
Hi. Hi, everybody. Guess what we're going to make? You think meth is really funny? Right here. See that? You know what that's from? See that? Satisfied? Motherfucker. Tool salesman. My God, I need a wrench. Real Luke Don, 77. I remember you. Okay, somebody remembers me. Are you serious? I got to put the glass on. I can't see. Okay, D-M5X9D says, I remember you in the 60s. Man, we used to hang out with Spencer. We used to blow off each other's nipples. I don't think so. I was born in 1966, dude. No, I don't do that. I do not hit the pookie pipe. I haven't had any alcohol in, let me think, 18 and a half years. No, about 19 years almost. It'll be 19 years on August the 8th of this year. Braxton, thank you. Jesus loves you too. Dracula, hey cutie, you look pretty. Really? What's going on in Hollywoodland? Well, I don't know because I'm not in Hollywoodland. I moved to North Carolina, to Raleigh area, about 2 years and 5 months ago. Things started to fall apart out there. It's not any really semblance of order out there. I think they have about they're not really telling you the truth. It's not 76,000 homeless people. It's over 100,000 homeless people live there. When we left, it was about 100,000. I think they might have gotten about 20,000 off the street since I've left. They might be down to about 80,000. I watch live streams out there all the time. I can tell people that are actually riding little scooters and things and taking you to various areas of the city, downtown Hollywood, Venice Beach. They're taking you to South Central, Figueroa Boulevard. They're taking you to the San Fernando Valley, the northern part of the city. And there's tent encampments all over Los Angeles. It looks about 20% better. So I'm guesstimating it's about 80,000 now. At one time, there was the homeless shelter. The people that run the homeless shelters were claiming that there was over 100,000 homeless people there. There's a lot of people that weren't counted. So I didn't want to live there anymore. And my lady friend didn't either. It started to get a little bit dangerous for a woman to walk down the street. My day is pretty good. Thank you, Dracula. Thanks for asking. Real Lucadon 77. I have to go, but it was nice seeing you again, brother. Nice seeing you too. Thank you for hitting the like and subscribe button, everyone. I do appreciate it a lot. Thank you very much. Yeah, I don't understand people that get all methed up. That's the people start going, whoo, they get lost on that stuff. Start acting really crazy. I don't know. I'm thinking about it. Like, as I'm getting older, I'm thinking about moving to Florida. I mean, I'm only 59, but I'm thinking about going to Florida. Thinking about it. Someplace even warmer than California. You know, Arizona is really warm too. You know, like downtown Phoenix rarely in January gets lower than 45 degrees at 6 in the morning. That's like the lowest it gets. It's pretty warm there. Tucson's a little bit chillier, but most of the Sonoran Desert, like Phoenix, Lake Havasu, those places, it's like 45, 50 degrees. Phoenix gets really warm in the winter because of all the concrete, you know, the asphalt and all that stuff. It's not uncommon for it to be like in December, January, February, for it to be like anywhere between like 50 and 55 degrees at 4, 5, 6 in the morning, which is pretty warm. You know, and then it'll get up to like 65 degrees during the day in winter, or even 70. But it gets really hot. It gets a different kind of hot. It's a dry heat. It's something that you really need to know how to live in Arizona. I've been in Arizona on vacation in the summer. Don't ask me why. In August, and it's like you're in a desert, and it's like direct sun on you. There's no clouds. It's just you can get skin cancer out there. You have to have like a hat on, and you have to have some kind of sun protection on, no matter who you are. And people that lived out there told me that you have to, like, in the summer for about 4 months, it gets brutally hot, like over 105 for 4 months straight. This lady said, just go out between like 6 in the morning and about 11 in the morning, and then stay in between 11 and 5. And then after 5 p.m., go back out again. It's not as hot. At 5 or 6 o'clock at night, then people go back out again for about 4 months, 4.5 months out of the year. And it really does something to your skin if you don't protect your skin. I don't know. I don't know if I want to. I mean, it's okay in North Carolina, but I'm not so sure if when I get older into my 60s, if I want to, live out the rest of my life, whatever there is, in like Arizona, or if I want to do it in Florida. I haven't made my decision. I have to talk with my lady friend about it. I could go to Arizona, but I'm not going to go back to California. I won't do that. No way. You like both places? OG Joe boy. I like Florida too. And I don't need to be near a beach or anything like that. I could be in Orlando, or like in the middle of Florida. Or I could be in, I don't know. I could go on the east coast of Florida. I can go on the west coast of Florida. I don't have to go all the way down to Miami or anything. Just as long as it's not, you know, I don't really want to see snow anymore. I'm not into it. The heat drops a lot of dummies out here. I bet it does. Arizona is very nice. Oh, you're in Boston, Hinkle. You're in North Carolina. Me too. Near Cary, in that area. Nine hours gay. They did. To answer your question, yes. PNW Traveler. What's with jumping all over the map? Are you on the run from something? No, I'm old and I've moved a lot of places. Maybe by the time you're 59 years old, you'll get out of your hometown. So it doesn't make any difference if I end up getting a YouTube channel there. People like me and everybody hates me or whatever. It doesn't make any difference to me. You know what they say? Sticks and stones. I have gotten in some arguments with people that have talked a lot of garbage to me personally on TikTok. You know, they can pick a parking lot if I live near them. No, they can pick a parking lot. We could talk about it in the parking lot. But they never do. It's very rare that somebody acts really aggressive with me. But if it's going to happen, it happens on TikTok. You know, for some reason, I like YouTube more. I don't know why. Do you know why, Ashley? Why do I like it so much? We're going to put that there. Hi. You scared of the dark? You're all scared of the dark. I'm not going to be doing this much longer. I'm going to hang out with you guys for a little while. And then it's time for me to retire for the evening. Retire for the evening. Woo! Woo! La 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 la. La 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 la. I have had people come on and know me. So far, the people that have come on to my chat that know me in real life, that know me, or know of me, or knew me from a long time ago when I was a different kind of guy, have been nice, and they have not said my real name. Of course, you don't have to reply to anything if somebody comes on here and knows your real name. You don't have to say anything. My name that I go by is Randy. You can call me Randy. Only reason I don't let people know my real name is for safety reasons, just like everybody else. If you do know me in real life, from wherever, Philadelphia, Washington State, Los Angeles, San Fernando Valley, if you do know me, you do know my name, I would appreciate it if you do not let people know what my real name is. Although I will never like respond to you. I'm not going to block you, but I'm not going to respond. Or I might respond. You never know. But I'm not going to. I had somebody come on here that knew me that was an ex-girlfriend of mine. And she was she was one of two ex-girlfriends that was truly crazy. And it was a bad breakup. And she did come on here and try to tell everybody what my real name was and said horrible things about me. And I just let her stay on until she got bored. And then she went away. And then she appeared on TikTok. And then she went to Twitch. And then she went to Kick. And she followed me on every single platform. And then she went away after about 4 or 5 months of me not answering them. Maybe they were so crazy that they out crazied themselves and they figured out that they were mistaken and that I wasn't that guy. Maybe I'm just some guy that looks like someone they know. If you're a dude and you're on a platform, you're doing a channel, and this applies to men, especially to men, you're going to have your crazy ex-girlfriend find you eventually. It might take a year, but she's going to find you because she never got married. She never had kids. She lives in a Section 8 apartment with a cat for her best friend. And she plays on TikTok all day and she plays on YouTube all day and she will find you. It might take her a year. If she's a little slow or unlucky, it might take her 2 years, but within 2 years, she will find you. She'll find out that you're live streaming and she will say the most horrible things about you. She will slander you. She'll call you all kinds of names, blah, 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 blah.
When I was young and had no sense.
Woo! Who's making all that noise in there? I've had just about enough out of those two. Oh my God, we're plugging things up. I'm going to plug this up. I've had enough out of you two. Always making noise. There we go. Let's see, what do we got here? I have to go, but it was nice seeing you again, brother. Let's see all these people that are sending me messages. That's a small hotel room. Actually, it's not. It's not a hotel room. It's a one-bedroom apartment. No, I don't want to buy anything right now. I don't think anyone wants to buy anything. I mean, if you're really rich, I guess you can just buy anything regardless of the economy. But it is. I, Jimmy the Squirrel. Bullets blazing good, sir. Super Ninja. Tommy Bones Davis, 3902. You, somebody say something. Hello, Robert De Niro. I've never gotten that one before. How much do you pay monthly, Home Slice? A lot more than I should. The Raleigh-Durham Chapel Hill area is a little pricey compared to the way it was 10 years ago, I heard. Yes, there is a woman living with me. That's correct. And she is a former deputy sheriff and a United States Coast Guard rescue swimmer. And she talks like a police officer. When she speaks, she sounds like she's been in the military. She sounds like she's been a cop. She doesn't know how to not sound like a cop. People just stand at attention when she walks into like a Dollar General store or she goes into a Kroger supermarket or wherever. Or the ones they have around here, they call them Harris Teeter is the name of the store around here. She walks into the store, and just like people around her just kind of get that vibe that she used to be a police officer, or she's an off-duty police officer or something like that. Because she's a former sheriff deputy, right? They just kind of like, they straighten out. They're in a big argument in the grocery store. All of a sudden, they stop acting up. It's a vibe she puts off. I stop acting up. Whenever she's around, she says my name, I stop acting up. Oh, really? Do you think I'm a creepo? I think you're a creepo. I don't know. She walks in. Who's the best actor? She is, actually. If his fridge is running. What are you, from the 70s? That bedroom must be the most important room. Yes, it is. A lot of things get accomplished in this bedroom. I got to see who's acting up in my chat. Who's acting up in my chat? You know, it's time to fill up. I need something more to drink. I shall return. I promise. Not going away for long. They're not even funny. They're not even saying anything. It's like funny. Like, come on, come up with a better one than that. Talking about Uranus. And I'm like, it's pronounced Uranus, not the other way. I won't say it. I won't let them get their jollies off. But then you ask.
Who's making all that noise in there?
Just beat it. Just beat it. You got to show them that you're really not scared. You're playing with it like you think you're there. They'll kick you. They'll beat you. They'll tell you it's fair. So beat it. Just beat it. Where was I? Here we are. Oops. Extra glasses. Main glasses. I still like quack, but I'm fresh out of the moment. Really, you do? I thought that was unavailable in this country. I wouldn't do it. Your aorta can blow up. God bless America. God bless our police officers across America. God bless Trump. God bless ICE. I agree with that. Old Texas Tech man. 9144. Yes, I know Lubbock, Texas also. It's a long story to that. The 4 years of my childhood in Lubbock, Texas. Old Texas Tech man. 9144. I lived in an apartment complex as a little boy behind the Furs supermarket that was on 19th Street next to Lubbock High School. It wasn't too far from Texas Tech University, from 1977 to 1981. My mother met some guy in a discotheque and took off. We lived in the Texas Panhandle, and then I moved back with my father in 1982. So I remember Lubbock. And you're gone. You can move to Brazil. I'm not going to talk about politics on this channel. There are other channels you can talk about that on. I mean, I don't want to make it the main theme of this channel. That's just with my camera. Possible. Tommy Bone Davis, not 3902. You're a guy as fuck. I'm definitely a dude. I am what I eat. What does that make me? Somebody put it in the text. If you are what you eat, then what does that make me? We'll see if you get the right answer. No, I do not put on any makeup. I'm a man. Well, men do wear makeup. They're newscasters or in film. That's the only reason I can see that. Oh, is it? It's getting harder and harder, right? You are history. You guys are going to talk about politics ad nauseum. What I want to talk about? Can you shout out my best friend, Mitch Griffin? It's his birthday. Well, happy birthday, I guess. Do you want to play? No, I'm not a little kid. I don't play. And I already saw that movie. What, did you just start seeing it? Because there's no good movies for you to watch. You would urinate yourself if you saw me. Dude, let me explain something to you. I got this one motherfucker I got to talk to. Let me explain something to you. Be a big boy, play a game. I don't play games. I have people, people come on YouTube and they come on TikTok and Twitch and other platforms and they talk a lot. They use sharp tongues and things like that. But, in real life, a very scant few of them would say that to a real man in real life in a parking lot at 1 o'clock in the morning. You know what I'm saying? They wouldn't talk like that. They wouldn't talk smack like that. You just wouldn't. Some people, if you saw them in a parking lot at 1 o'clock in the morning, you'd urinate yourself. You wouldn't say one word. You just tip the fuck out, walk away, start running. Wouldn't you? Little bitch boy. Victor, are you gone? I thought you could be my friend. Yeah, we're going to get rid of you. And when I'm in Los Angeles, if you identify me, you can start some shit with me. Okay? You see me in LA, anywhere, on the spot, come up to me, man. You know who I am? The guy I just blocked? Yeah, come on. I'll be coming out there. I don't care if you're affiliated with what you're fucking affiliated with. Doesn't make any difference to me. Hello, my Morenia. No, That's not who I am. Yeah. Yeah, that's right. Sometimes you get like about 5 or 10 minutes of assholes in here. Oh, DV Victor 5750. Where do you want to take me? At 8 toasts? I've been to Massachusetts. I have relatives that live there. Oh, the topic is whatever you want to talk about. Most recently, we had some people trying to talk about politics and talk about their feelings about the Immigration and Customs Enforcement, aka ICE, and other things. But I just went ahead and I,
Nice.
excuse me?
Nice. Nice.
Thank you from the peanut gallery over there. Anyway, yeah, we had somebody come in here talking about that, and we don't really talk about that a lot around here. I mean, I'll answer just about any question. I don't mean any offense, as I don't know you, but what do you do outside of YouTube? A lot. Sales. I'm a human being, and I'm not old. What do you mean, what am I? What is that? Hey, old man, explain to me, what are you exactly? I'm a human being. Yes, it was a parrot. Thank you for supporting Trump in our beautiful country. I mean, what am I going to do? I'm not going to, well, I do vote. I've been voting since like the late 80s, but I'm not going to vote for somebody that appeared to be visibly intoxicated on live national television for president. So I had to pick the other choice. I mean, if you think about it, every 4 years, you don't get much of a choice. I mean, we haven't had much of a good choice for a president. Most of my adult life. I try to be a nice guy, Bug Murray 19. Jasmine. Itama 2062. What's my favorite music genre? Probably new wave from the 80s. Jasmine Tuitama 2062. I did sell tools. I worked in the restaurant business at one point in my life. Nathan Parham 3235. Really, what's your discussion process? My discussion process? Well, I use the English language. I may or may not speak other languages. What do you think? I liked all those bands, David. I liked all those bands. No. You guys could talk about whatever you want to talk about. I just get bored of, the only thing with me, I'll talk about politics, but I get bored of there's so many channels to go to on YouTube, TikTok, Twitch, whatever, Kick, whatever, where you can talk about politics all day long. I'm like most people in this country, I'm just tired of it. I don't want to talk about politics. I mean, it's really odd because when I was a young person, and that was in the 80s and 90s, I don't remember anybody that was in their 20s ever really talking about politics. Maybe it was just the crowd I ran with, but I don't think it was just the crowd I ran with. We had other, as a young guy, I had my priorities straight, you know, money. And then on the weekends, my friends and I would go out on a quest for hot chicks or something. Or if it wasn't one of those nights, we would go get some MD 2020, banana kiwi, and watch football or something. Dude. Romanian? No, I'm not Romanian. I had a stepfather that was from Bucharest, though. One of my stepfathers was from Bucharest, Romania. Actually, he was from Transylvania, Romania. He was a country boy. That's a real story. What's the best concert I ever went to? The Sting concert. It was in the late 80s in Philadelphia in a stadium that I do not think exists anymore. I think they imploded it. But I saw Sting play live, and he plays, he's really good on stage. Yeah, politics just repeat themselves, though. Mihai 670. Depeche Mode. I like Depeche Mode a lot. No, it's just worse than almost ever. I know. Do I have a religion I follow? Yes, I am a Protestant Christian. I should go to church more often, really. He's a good actor. You guys are fun tonight. I'm glad I have a nice, good chat going on here. We've had a few losers come on, but not too many. Let's put all messages on and see what happens. That's funny. I wonder how many people are going to come on. Favorite movie? My favorite movie is the 1974 original version of Gone in 60 Seconds. That's the first one that came out in 1974. Gone in 60 Seconds, original version, 1974. And there's very little dialogue. It's mostly a car chase, and you will love it. Another movie I really enjoyed was To Live or Die in LA with William Dafoe. And I'm not sure, but I think that Robert Downey Jr.'s father was in that movie too. And some other actors. I can't remember their names, but that was a really good movie. 1985. You like Clockwork Orange? I thought that was creepy, but I liked it. Are you tanked? No. Rocket Balboa, 5485. Favorite movie, Salami Johnny. Yeah, I answered that one. Are you geeked? No. Vanishing Point is mine. Vanishing Point is a good movie. I love the song To Live and Die in LA by Wang Chung. Yeah, that's a good song. What's that other song they had? Oh, yeah, they had a couple good songs. They started in the 70s and came into the 80s and early 90s. Wang Chung. Remember that song they had, Everybody Wang Chung Tonight? That was kind of funny, wasn't it? That was everybody. That was like a meme that was going around. Hey, would you like to Wang Chung tonight? Everybody have fun tonight. Everybody. Iron Man's father was in that movie To Live and Die in LA, I think. Don't quote me on that. You have to look it up. Google it. I don't really like Google that much. Alien Baddie 94. Hi. David says, everybody have fun tonight. I like Alexander Hamilton. I like that movie. What's that movie? The Unforgiven. That's a pretty good Western, huh? Well, it's all like Gene Hackman and Clint Eastwood. Gene Hackman just passed away a couple of years ago. Oh, guess what? I heard that Desmond Washington, the guy that played Lamont on Sanford and Son, just passed away a couple days ago. I'm not sure when. 2 or 3 days ago, just passed away. He was really funny. He was a really good actor, and he was a theater actor too. I think that he used to go into, after he got out of the acting business somewhat, I think that he used to preach the gospel, the Christian gospel, to on television, and also to people in the penitentiaries in Texas. A lot of people don't know that about Desmond Washington. How old are you, mate? I am 59 years old. Late June Cancerian, 1966. The Pearl Harbor movie was good. I stopped watching a lot of movies about, I don't know, like 2010-ish. As like the last time I really went out and watched movies. I haven't watched movies like 15 years. I love Sanford and Son and All in the Family. Those were funny shows. You really like that address? Alien Batty, 94. Catherine O'Hara did too. What hobbies do I like? I used to like building model airplanes as a young teenager, but you know what? Now that I'm an adult, I might decide to buy some model airplanes again and start building them. Why not? I might as well. No, I am not. Muscle up. I am a Protestant Christian. You should go to church more often. Let's see. Okay, do you prefer Top Gun 1 or 2? I like the first one. God bless you, Uncle. Cheers, mate. You live 59 years more. I hope so. Maybe I'll be a centurion. Maybe I'll live to be 120. Who knows? You know, I always wanted to live to be 103 like Jiminy Cricket. Is anyone old enough to remember the Jiminy Cricket safety videos? SCTV. Yes, I do, David. I remember all that old stuff. Yeah, Catherine was so pretty in Home Alone. Yeah, she just passed away. I think she was Canadian.
Yeah.
Oh, and some other singer from some band from the 70s and stuff passed away too. They passed away in threes.
Yeah, they passed away in 30.
I would, The Mandalorian, great show about Jesus, Orthodox for me. There's a lot of Orthodox Christians that live in Los Angeles, actually, Armenians. Well, they have an Armenian church. They're similar to Orthodox Christians, but there's a lot of Eastern Europeans that live out there. I don't know if anyone knows that. There's a lot of Greek Eastern Orthodox churches in California, actually. Not just Roman Catholic. Let's see this. What do we got here? Same. 2 is okay. I can't beat the original. Remember the movie Easy Rider? Yes, I do. I watched it. I didn't watch it in a theater, but I watched it on television. This guy, his whole vibe looks like William Dafoe. Really? He's a really good actor, isn't he? He was in that movie To Live or Die in LA. He's the guy that was making fake money in the movie. You know, I'm getting a little bit thirsty, and I just wanted to even better than the Game of Thrones. You know, I want to let you guys know, and ladies, sometimes I get thirsty. And when I get thirsty, I just reach for a bottle of cool Powerade Zero. Sometimes you need your thirst to be quenched, you know. It's cool. Powerade Zero. Not only is it cool, but it's refreshing. And you know, when I drink Powerade Zero, it makes me feel like a real winner. A winner, us says. How do you like my tactical flashlight? Isn't it cool? Young Spirit Star, huh? Who do people say I look like? They say I look like Randy. That's who I am. Sometimes people say I look like Kurt Russell. I don't see it though. Jesus does love you too. Robert Bala, 855. Hi. Bro's just flexing his aura. I've never heard it put that way. I'm just being myself. I look like a movie director. Really? I did not know that. 59. Going on 60. River Phoenix. I remember when he unfortunately passed away. That was a big deal. That was before the internet, I think. Now it's sad. He was such a young guy. That's me, FR. Funky Town. Colb Snipes. Kaylee the Hottie. Hi, how are you doing? Funky Town. Like, I look kind of creative. Really, you're kind of cabbage. I wish you all the best. Thank you. The Mila Mihai 670. Yeah, I remember. Not anymore. I lived there from 1987. I lived there 3 different times. A total of about 28 years. I thought it was 34 years, but it was. It was a total of about 28 years over the last, what, 36 years? I have to think about it. 3, let's see, let's count back from 1987. 1987 to 2027 would be 1, 2, 3, 40 years, right? 39 years ago, I moved to Los Angeles 39 years ago, but I lived there. I lived in different places. Let's think. No, about 32 years out of 39 years. I lived like 7 years in different places. Well, San Diego's near LA. It's different though. It's more chill. Shepherd's Chapel, YT, Explain Bible. Let's Turn the God Season org explains the whole Bible. God bless. I'll look into that. Thank you. Yes, I do have some stories. I'm gonna write them down. I'll even tell you a ghost story one day. I kind of look like George Clooney, you think? I never got that before. I don't think so. Thanks for the compliment. Like neat ones. I have some good stories, yes. Alien Batty 94. I have some good real stories from my travels. Some of my good stories are from Seattle area or Philadelphia. Kurt Russell, yeah. C-U-R-T, Kurt Russell, yeah. Oh, you live in Solano County? Is Woodland there? Is that where Woodland is? Is that kind of like outside of Sacramento, near Davis and all that? Solano County, Anita Bierstein. I think I've been through there. I mean, I don't think I've stopped. I've been through there. I've driven through there. I'm Serbian, but living in Munich. It's a good city. Oh, it is? You look like 40 something. Oh, thank you very much. I'm 59 going on 60. Thank you. Thank you very much. That's a great compliment. Thank you for hitting the like and subscribe button. You guys are fantastic. And before I go, thanks for the compliment. Oh, closer to Napa. It's closer to Napa. Napa is a beautiful area, isn't it? Your Robert Bala 855 is from Vancouver, British Columbia. I have been to Vancouver and Victoria. I've been to both of those places. I've been to Blaine, Washington. I've been to Cedar-Woolley, Washington. I've been to Bellingham, Washington. I've been to Seattle. I've been to Bellevue, Kirkland, Redmond. I've been to Mount Vernon, Washington, and I've been to Marysville and Everett. I've been to all those places. Pretty much the same climate, although it snows up there. A little more in Vancouver. That's a beautiful city. It really is. Do you remember? David says, do you remember that song, You Look Marvelous, by that comedian guy? Heard it. The other day, I can't remember his name. I can't remember his name either. I remember a song like that. I got to jar my memory. Well, I'm subscribed now because you seem like a very interesting person in a good way. Thank you very much. Thank you. I try to be a good person. Thank you very much, Alien Baddie 94. I appreciate you coming in and watching. Foxy Goated 7, remember me? Yes, I do. David says, I'm from Vancouver too. Robert Bala 855, Vancouver is best, right? I think Vancouver is actually cleaner and actually nicer than Seattle is now. Seattle used to be a lot cleaner and nicer in the 90s. Vancouver's more polished. Garth goes dark. I may. I've been through there a lot. Everett's where they have the big giant Boeing airplane manufacturing facility. It's me, Foxy Go to hello. Hi, Foxy Go to 7. Thanks for coming back in. Good skiing up there. David says, I'm subscribed to you now. You are such a great guy. I'm sold. Thank you. You're not a spy? No, but my great-grandfather was a spy when they were building the Panama Canal. No, not Kurt Russell. No relation. Vancouver, Canada, or Vancouver in the United States? Well, I've been to both. Vancouver, Washington is a nice town. I prefer it to Portland. I like it there. It's kind of like a country bumpkin town, a little bit. You run into a cowboy, like not too far outside of Vancouver, Washington. Vancouver, Canada is a very, very cosmopolitan place, let's just say. There's a lot of people from Hong Kong there. Oh, I don't think so. I don't think Vancouver is going to be part of the United States. No. Hey, how's Barbara? Don't know who that is. Chucky Lee Ray, The Mandalorian, brother. Mark Ryans. Well, thank you guys for all coming in. It's about that time. It's about that time. You know, I usually come on earlier, between 5 and 9 p.m. daily. Okay. I came on a little bit later tonight. Ooh, it's 11 o'clock. But now I have to wake up early in the morning. I will be back tomorrow sometime around 5:30 until maybe 8 or 9 o'clock, something like that. But thank you for coming in tonight. Thank you for liking and subscribing. If I did not catch everybody's in the chat, I'm sorry, I cannot see that well without these glasses. And I plan on staying on here and making some parasocial relationships with people across the world. Okay. We'll see what this channel develops into. I'm not sure. I do prefer YouTube to TikTok. I did have a TikTok channel that I stopped. I was there for almost a year. It's called Hollywoodland, 2 words, Hollywoodland on TikTok. You can see some of my old posts and my old live streams there. But I'm going to hang out on YouTube for right now. I do have a Twitch channel and a Kick channel I occasionally go to, not often, under different names and stuff like that. But this is a developing channel. And my audience is going to pretty much steer where this channel is going. I'm not going to try to force anything. Okay? I'm here for you. Thanks for coming in. God bless. YouTube is definitely the best. I agree. For me, Divine Messenger 144K, I do believe so. I've had more success with YouTube. I think TikTok is going through some changes and it keeps going back with its rules. And that's why I stopped. That's why I stopped using it. Although it does work for some people. But I'm going to stay on YouTube for now. Thanks for coming in. Hello. Hi. How are you doing? I will be back around 5 p.m. daily, Eastern Standard Time in the United States of America. You guys have a wonderful evening. Okay. Bye for now. Stay safe.